Welcome back and happy 2026. God, 2026. Here we go. So this is going to be something I've not done before. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of stuff laid out here. I'm going to do a sort of what my everyday carry is or was in 2025. Um, let's see, 2025, this wasn't on there. I did have a different pistol that I carried. I carried a Walther PDP SD Pro. Um, but we'll go through it. So, looks like a lot of stuff. When I say I do carry it every day, I mean literally, this is what I carried every day. If I went out of the house, this is what was on me, on what my wife likes to refer to as my bat belt. So, I do wear a gun belt. This is a core belt. I don't know if you can see the word core on it. This is a new one. I had to replace it in 2025. I'd worn it previously so much the top edge actually started to split apart. I have a couple of them now. If you don't know about them, they're infinitely adjustable. If you listen, you can see under here, there's this neat little ridge. You can actually adjust it a little bit, little bit, little bit. So it's very nice. They fit great. They're very sturdy. You can see it kind of holds itself up, no problem. Stiff. Excellent for putting stuff on there. So my wife likes to call that my bat belt because everything but the wallet, glasses, and watch go on the belt. They do, I promise. So let's start with this guy. So this is, you can see TK. This is a Tale of Knives. This is an older pouch. I like the belt clip versions. I don't have what they call their keep stir for like a little set of keys because the only key I carry is my car fob. And that's it. I physically have no keys. Smart locks and everything in the world are just a beautiful thing. But this has been great. A couple of things that are in here. Obviously, my light. And you can see this was a custom I had made for the channel, the Knives and Things Tony channel. It is an Arc Pro or Arc Feld Pro. You can see this one still has the floodlight. It has, I'll show you here, it has a floodlight, green dot, and UV. Gets pretty bright if you need to, but it was always all around kind of a quick, easy grab. Fits great in what's supposed to be a multi-tool holster section here. So I've been using that. I did start carrying another version of this. I can't show you that version yet. That'll be coming hopefully once it's released, but these have just become like the perfect pocket light. Great form factor. As you're aware, if you've ever looked for pocket lights, this form factor is now being made by every company out there that makes flashlights. So great little torch. This guy, I want to say this was a big idea design pen. I have carried this one for a very long time. Zirconium pen, Timascus clip, and that is also a little Timascus button. Now the clip and the button were extra. I had to add those later, but it was the perfect size, small pen. I've carried this thing for quite a few years now. I'm pretty sure it was a big idea design, but like I said, I don't even remember anymore. Fits perfectly right there. Then we have this guy. So the little Olight old tool. Yeah, I know. It's another Olight. All the Olight haters can hate on it. No batteries in this thing. So this was an early release before it came out. It's got a little lock back here. You slide it open and you've got 8 different bits. I carry the Torx bits for most of my knives. Phillips flathead. You pop them out. You can either put it in the top for just quick use, or if you have something that's a little bit stuck, you can actually put it in the side here. Now you've got pretty good torque leverage going on. So it's kind of cool. The only thing I don't really like, when you put them back into the little magnetic case, you've got to have it at just, the right, there we go. Got to have it at the perfectly right angle. Otherwise, it doesn't close. Lock it, now it can't slide open on you. So you don't lose anything, nothing slides out. Fits perfectly right in here, and I use that a lot too. And then these guys. So titanium tweezers. When I started like carrying like quote unquote real EDC stuff a few years ago now, I found these on like eBay, I think. But they're titanium, they're light. I've used them a few times. They don't line up perfectly. Like I said, found them on eBay, so they weren't great, but they fit. Like they just slide right in. They're loose, so they will fall out if I'm doing something crazy. But as you can see, the leather has rolled over everything. I might have a little bit of love handles to help hold that in place. And well, there you go. That's what's in there. This is also a Tale of Knives leather holster, but this was meant for their extra large sort of Leatherman multi-tool carry. I really want one with with belt clips like this one, but they don't have one. These, for whatever reason, they only make with the belt loops. So I actually use it for an extra mag because it happens to fit an extra double stacked, in this case, a 20 round because of the extended base plate, but otherwise a 17 round Canic mag. It'll fit just about anything. Works great. It's leather. You can see the lines from carrying it so long. Works out to just about any size you want. Goes in the back of my belt. There you go. Secondary magazine. What else do we have? Obviously, wallet. This one is by Dango. RFID card in the front, RFID card in the back. Usually you can see my driver's license through here. I did that just so you couldn't see it at this point. Let's see what's in. We don't want to show you that. Carries a few cards, I think 2, 4. I've got 6 cards in there. 1 card on this side. My debit card sits over here. My driver's license fits over here. So it fits quite a bit in a small space. Little band. I always keep cash on there. I mean, so far I've had no issues with it. It's not super thick, although I do have the cash in there, so it makes it a little thicker. But yeah, there you go. It's a beater wallet. They're not cheap, but again, it's been in my pocket for, I think, going on 2 years now from the last time I replaced it. This I did not carry in 25. I will go over that last. This knife, I want to say I carried probably the most out of all of my knives in 2025. I love this thing. Vintage Westinghouse micarta scales. And if you look, you can see the collar around the pivot is the vintage micarta as well. This is a Frank Fisher Battle. You probably can't see the signature inside there on the back spacer, but Frank Fisher created, like, this was the design. He made this knife and it was super, super popular. Yeah, whatever you feel, think about Frank, that's one thing, but his knives are amazing. So I got to clean it. You can see all the tape goo on there. I really did. I carried this. There's tape snot all over the blade. Carried it a lot in 2025. I do like to switch my knives up. It's usually a Battle that I'm carrying, or maybe a senior's, his father's Archangel design. They're both just great. Everybody does make fun of this blade shape, but this right here, this little tip, perfect box opener. Just saying. And you're starting to see a lot more knives and a lot more builders come out with that knife shape. Watch, always have a watch on. This guy, I probably wore more than just about anything because it's just a fun little watch. It is a Citizen Eco Drive, so it's a solar watch, which is kind of wild. But this is the Navahawk AT Blue Angels. And I walked in to a local store a couple years ago. It was on clearance. I'm like, I loved the look of it. I love the band. I don't like super shiny, and this one had a little bit more of a matte finish. I was into it. Bought it, wear it a lot. It's just kind of a cool little, boy, I gotta clean this thing. It's a nice watch. I do also wear a smartwatch a lot. I have moved away from smartwatches a little bit, which is what these are here for. Also not a 2025 carry, but is now part of the carry. So the rest of 2025, obviously I do carry, I have a carry weapons permit. I do carry a pistol with me at all times. This is the most recent that popped up at the end of 2025. This is an Alien Gear holster, which I never had an Alien Gear holster. I always wore the Vetter Comfort Tuck, which looks very similar. And I tend to carry on my hip. So this is really comfortable versus anything Kydex up against your body. The nice part is this one is half Kydex. So it does have really good retention. It was built mostly for this gun. Canik, it is a Canik. Canik has a lot of versions that are very similar dimensions, so I had a build for one that was similar since this was a new release. So far, so good. I like this holster. I might get another one for some of the other guns I carry, but that's that. The one I carry, I can actually show you everything on this now. This is the Canik Meta MC9 Prime, ported. It has the Osight SE, so this is the battery version of their small RMSC enclosed optic. And it is holding the brand new Olight PLX, which is a very bright, it is a very bright light. That is the flood. You can see you can switch from flood to spot. It's amazing. Of course, you can do, everybody loves the strobe. Don't need the strobe. I do leave it on spot. I don't look at a weapon light as something I need to see around in the dark. I do look at it as a initial, like if you get that in your face, you can't see. So I'd prefer to make somebody blind and get them to go away before having to use the weapon itself. But there we go. The Canik MC9 Prime came out last year. I traded a few other old beater guns in that I wasn't using for it. It's size-wise really like the perfect carry. Has almost a full-size grip, so you get a really nice grip on it, and at the same time you have 18 plus 1 rounds, which is just, for this size of a platform, quite amazing. I'm sure you've seen a ton of videos. I think I did one on it. It should have been, if it wasn't, considered one of the best releases for a concealed carry gun in 2025. I know, Canik, oh, it's a Turkish gun, or it's whatever. It's not from, the US. Why would you carry that thing? Well, ironically, the MC9 Prime is made right here in West Palm Beach, Florida. So it is a Canik, but it is a made in the USA Canik. So it's something to think about. A lot of people have taken, since this is already here, imported it. I'm fine with it. Shoots really well. I've put a lot of rounds through it. Very happy with it. Yeah. So that is currently the carry. My carry is always a 9mm. There's 9mm ammunition everywhere. Ballistics are amazing. A lot of people like 45s. I do have 45s. Yes, it's a bigger caliber. You don't get as many rounds. There's arguments all over the place, but 9mm is great. You can carry a lot of rounds. That's what did I just say? 18 plus 1, and then 21 more. So I think we're good. So that is the 2025 carry. Now I do wear glasses, so obviously I always have glasses on. But I've been waiting to get smart glasses. So as we're getting near the end of 2025, I get emails. My HSA was expiring. I totally forgot. Usually I buy glasses using my HSA. Apparently I didn't do that last year, so I had money left over. I went to the optician, my local lens crafters, and they carried the new Oakley HSTN Metas. You can see it turning on right there. They're okay. I mean, they are weird glasses. There's no question. So you've got a camera. It records. It does have really nice speakers under here. It is really nice for watching videos. The AI in it honestly just sucks. I don't think they're as useful as they could be. I'm really hoping that Android releases their XR this year. I can't ask these glasses even some simple questions sometimes. I'll ask them something that should be easily Googled, like, what's the weather by me? I don't know, I can't look that information. I get a lot of stupid responses from them. So, but again, my HSA was literally about to expire middle of December. I'm like, oh, what the hell? Let me go get them and we'll start testing them. I don't know. I don't think they're worth it. They're definitely not worth the amount of money. They're not cheap. The Ray-Bans are a little cheaper than the Oakleys, but again, I had to use it or lose it kind of thing. So I said, screw it. So these will be the future, which is why I was going to stop wearing a smartwatch most of the time. But thanks to these, I don't know. We'll see. They do give you your messages. They will read a message if you ask it immediately to read your message. If it's with a minute later after you receive the message, it just tells you, oh, I can't read anything over a minute. So it's definitely a lot of flaws. The other new thing, the end of 2025, more stuff for the bat belt. Fuzz on it. So I usually have a backpack with me, but when I'm in the car, if I'm in a store, I don't have my backpack. My backpack, I have tourniquet, first aid, all that good stuff. So I really wanted to be able to carry a bit of a first aid since we carry the hole puncher. So I found this guy. I've got some hemostatic gauze, gloves, bleed stop, and then just a bunch of generalized bandages. Currently, my only issue is I don't have a tourniquet with me. Now, I do have a mini tourniquet that fits in here, but because I put this on the back of my belt with the mini tourniquet, it's like this wide. It really doesn't work well. So I have to figure out a better way to carry that. Any other time, I do have a large first aid, bleed stop kit, and a large IFAK that I carry in the car. So that's pretty much with me all the time, just not on my body. That way it's not immediately on my body if, Lord forbid, the worst scenario happens. Lastly, ring. I have done a video on this guy. This is a smart ring. You can see all the little electronics inside of it. I'm older, I've got blood pressure issues, and this one actually does blood pressure, and it's fairly accurate. Anytime I go to the doctor, they take my blood pressure and I check it at the same time with this. It's really close. So it's been interesting. It's nice. It's not kind of stylish. So technically, that's part of the EDC. It is a smart object. I don't think my wedding band counts as an EDC. It never comes off, but yeah. So there you go. This was all of 2025 into the end of 2025. Figured, what the heck? I've never done one of these. Let's see what it looks like next year. I'll do a follow-up again. The gun will most likely be different. I know the light will be different because like I said, I am currently using a different light. I can't show you yet. The knife is always different. I change that up a lot, and I'm not sure what knife will get the most carry this year. We'll see. I do switch watches constantly. I love watches. I have a bunch of them. I tend to wear this one more often for when I go to work, just because if it gets beat up, it gets beat up. I don't usually wear the really nice ones unless I know I'm going to be at the desk all day. So, yeah. Well, there you go. Thank you for stopping. I always appreciate the views. If you like this kind of thing, let me know. I don't usually do these, but I can do pocket dumps or stuff like that. We'll see. Thanks for stopping. Have a great 2026.